good examples, Maya. Thank you very much. But is it really discrimination? And what can we do about that? So yeah, we'll speak about it a bit later because we have some more participants.
Yes, sorry.
Maya, no, thank you, really, good example. But now let's meet Ilya. Hello, Ilya.
Hello, good evening. I'm from Moscow. So about today's topic, I think nowadays this issue is not so burning. Like earlier, I think some kinds of discrimination became not so burning, as we can say. For example, racial discrimination and gender discrimination, they became weaker, I think. But sometimes with citizenship discrimination, we have some problems. Azizbek gave us a good example, yes. So that's my opinion.
Thank you, Ilya. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, and now, yeah, we can start our discussion. And here, I would like you to look at these pictures. Some of them are sarcastic, some of them are funny, but sad, I think. So, what types of discrimination can you see here? So, picture A, Valina, what do you think? Valina.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that is national discrimination.
National or
racial.
Yeah, racial. Yeah, whites only.
Only whites. Yes.
Yeah, racial discrimination. Okay. The next picture, number 2, Olga. What do you think?
On the picture B, stop gay. I think it is discrimination of sexual
orientation. Yeah, so because of
sexual orientation.
Right. Good. Okay, the next one, picture C, Svetlana.
Svetlana from Moscow.
Svetlana from Moscow.
Okay. I don't understand what is meaning in the picture, but maybe. Yes.
Hello. We
So,
can't hear you.
you can hear me or Svetlana?
No, Svetlana.
Svetlana. Svetlana is thinking.
Yes, I'm thinking, and maybe it's discrimination because of animals.
Animals, you think?
Yes.
Okay. Does everybody agree?
I'd like to add something.
Of course, as is better.
Because I am Muslim, I'm not Christian. That's why it's very important thing for us. You know, we have difference. I mean, we don't eat pigs. It's forbidden in our religion, in Islam, to eat some types of animals. Maybe there in all I mean food they just add just here no Muslims here, yeah, inside. It means
inside,
it's for only I mean Christian or other religious people, I think.
So this is discrimination because of religion.
Religion, yes, religious, yes, religious. And
No.
also, you know, I've seen recently a kind of video on YouTube. I think in France, if you know, in our Muslims culture, we, I mean, women wear hijabs, right? Like this.
Yashmak, yeah.
Yes. It says forbidden with hijab, only without. I mean, Muslims are not allowed in at the beach to swim with hijab, with clothes. It's also kind of discrimination, I think.
Well, right. So very difficult issues. Yeah, different cultures,
Yeah.
religion, traditions, and yeah, so many spheres are involved. Well, okay. The next picture, A, B, C, D. Yeah, picture D. Sveta, what do you think?
Picture D. Yes, I think it's discrimination based on health. No, I don't know. People with a good vision yes, with a bad vision can be fired. I don't know.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Who
Well,
do you usually wear sunglasses? Who do you usually wear spectacles?
no, I only wear sunglasses. Just
Okay, so who can help? Any other ideas?
Maybe disability discrimination, no?
I think it's kind of, getting a job. I think yes. It means I think the people who has a low, ability to see can't
No,
get a job. I think.
I've already said about this.
no, it's not
No?
about that.
That's like about emancipation woman. Yes? No?
D, Maya, picture D.
D. Picture D. Sorry.
Any other ideas?
It's about work. I think it's about work. People who have a good work, good job, and people who doesn't have work.
Or maybe it's about a standard of living.
Not exactly.
Maybe biceps.
No. What discrimination is it?
Maybe it is health. You don't go with glasses.
Mm-mm.
Maybe gender.
Gender? D?
Yes. No.
Why?
It's a kind of idea. Maybe gender. Maybe.
Age discrimination.
Who said age? Olga. Yeah,
Yes.
age discrimination. If you're young, you're fired. If you're old, you're fired.
Yeah, age. Oh.
Age
That's
discrimination.
cool.
Sunglasses.
Yeah,
Sunglasses wearing only young people.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
Old people are fired. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, the next picture E. Vera, what do you think? Vera?
Yes. Advanced health warning. When the aliens come, they will eat the fetus first. And it's about people who don't fat,
Don't what?
толстые.
Fat. Who are fat?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
People. You're right. Discrimination against or because of build. Yeah. How fit you are, how slim you are, or fat. Yeah. And the last picture for discrimination, is it Maya? What do you think?
As I said, it is type of discrimination between men and women.
Women, so gender. Yeah, gender discrimination.
Yes, gender.
Gender discrimination.
Gender. Yes.
So different types of discrimination. all of them, of course, these are very bad things. So it's, the pictures are funny, but actually the meaning is not. But still, which one is the worst from your point of view? Alizbek, what do you think?
Well, I think every topic has its own, importance. I can't say this one is the most important or this one. Well, as personally, I think B and C one are the most important ones. Stop gay and no Muslims for me personally.
Yeah, yes, of course, I'm asking you about your personal opinion. Okay.
For example, B1, it's a kind of big sin in our religion. Kind of relationship between women or between men. It's kind of, we can't imagine like this. We can't imagine. Muslims don't do like this. Never.
Hi. Ilya, what about you?
Actually, I agree with Azizbek. So it's difficult to choose something more important, but maybe
Not important, but which is worse?
Worst, yeah.
So maybe it is A.
Age discrimination.
A. No.
A. Racial
discrimination, and also maybe C.
Religion, yeah.
Religion. Yes.
Religion. Right. Okay. Palina, do you agree?
Yes, I agree with Azizbek because all of that kinds of discrimination are awful and we shouldn't endure them. I think that the most awful of them is the racial discrimination because firstly there are people, there are the same. We are different by the color of our skin, our sorry, I don't know внешность.
Appearance.
Yeah, thanks. But we are people and we shouldn't forget about it. We have the same rules and we should уважать, respect everybody.
Yeah, and be tolerant, yeah. So, what kind of discrimination exists in your country, Olga?
I think in my country all this kind of discrimination exists because Russia it is a multi-national country. And by the way, I think that many people don't take this sign seriously, and many people break these rules. I think many Muslims can go to the restaurant, then people serve the pig. Who care, you Muslims or not?
But maybe not pig, but pork, yeah?
Pork, yes. And if you fat, you cannot make attention on this sign. It is just the sign. It is only the word, or maybe you cannot. Можно не обижаться on this sign. And like Azizbek says, what you can't to find job without passport. It is just the rules. It is not discrimination. I think it is the rules of this country. I think it is not discrimination.
Thank you for
just
your opinion. Well, okay. And let's ask Vera. You live in Germany, yeah? What kind of discrimination exists in your country?
I think we have
Sometimes
sometimes only age
Germany.
discrimination.
Only age discrimination.
I think about religion, about gender, it's no problem. If you're transvestite, it's welcome.
Welcome.
Not problem. I think in Europe it's more problem to be white people, to have a job, be normal people, and have a work. It's discrimination because you must pay tax, you must pay all, and if you don't have a job, you can say I don't know what, but you become all for you, apartment, no tax, etc. But I know in my business we have age discrimination. It's on the stage it's maybe normal, but I think about 30 years old, it's not really big age. Yes, it's also young people, but it exists.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's also a burning issue indeed. Okay, and Azizbek, what about your country?
Well,
About
Azizbek.
no. Where's my microphone? Oh, can you hear?
Yeah.
Well, in my country, I can say that in Uzbekistan, there is discrimination. I don't see any kind of discrimination there.
Any kind of discrimination, really?
As mentioned, yes. For example, in the rest, in Uzbekistan there are more than 100 nationalities. Uzbek, Russian, China, all over the world, lots of nationalities. I mean, I can see in the restaurants any kind of nationality, or I mean, there is no any kind of maybe even in getting a job. It doesn't matter you are Uzbek or Russian or English. It doesn't matter. But here in Moscow, I see lots of things.
So it's different.
Even the amount of salary for foreign people lower than the amount of salary that the Russian people have. Because they are not Russian.
If they do the same job, this is discrimination.
It's the same job.
Yeah.
Maybe a job. Employers just see if you are Russian, they just offer maybe 50,000 or 60,000, a month. But if you are maybe not Turkish or other foreign person without your passport, 25,000 rubles in simple jobs. But I don't do like this job. I mean, in general,
In general, of course, I see. So, what causes people to be prejudiced? What do you think? Sveta, what do you think?
Well, I don't know, maybe it's hard for people to understand that all the people are different. Sometimes it's really hard to accept such difference between us. We just think that all of us must be the same. I don't know. That our religion is the only right on the world. That our skin color is the only. That we were chosen by the God. I don't know. For some nations, that we are the most cleverest nation in the world. Yes. So we try to think of ourselves that we are special and others are not so special as well. Maybe that's my opinion.
So maybe.
We try not to do it if we want to be tolerant, but
is it in human nature or what is it? Why? Sveta, Svetlana,
Mhm.
what do you think?
My opinion that what causes people to be prejudiced, yes, prejudiced.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on this education in the family, how they how their sexuality, and what their attitude to other people. It depends only on each person, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, who would like to add anything here?
Okay, I can.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I think some mass media can. So in mass media, we can hear that some nationality, some nation is bad. They do bad things and such different things, bad things about different nations. So this can.
Oh, that's good point. Yeah. Mass media kind of influences, right? People's minds, opinion, attitudes to different nationalities, maybe, or things happening in the world. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So, have you personally ever been discriminated against? Who would like to tell us or to share your experience with us? No stories.
Have you ever been
Nobody. Oh, Sveta, you're welcome.
Well, I can say that I have been discriminated when I just finished university. It's not because of my work experience, it was because of my age. Yes, because I was a young lady, yes, and all the employers were telling me that I would be married and would be pregnant in a year, and they don't want me to work there. So because of my age, yes.
Age and gender. Svetlana, right?
Yes, men can be pregnant.
Yeah, so right, okay. Thank you. Any more examples? Who can tell us something? Maybe not with from your own personal experience. Maybe your friends, relatives have been discriminated somehow.
Well, I think it's a natural thing. I mean, in any country, in any place, maybe in America or in Moscow or any part of the world, we can just see lots of people are suffering from this. For example, let's say a person who speaks English really well, yes, who has maybe kind of good knowledge, maybe advanced level, yes. He wants to get a job in a language center or somewhere. Without diploma, he can't get a job. But unfortunately, there are some people who have diploma, but they can't speak English. I know like these people. They have a diploma, they bought it, I think. But they just get a job. They can't teach peoples.
But how can you teach English if you can't speak English? It's like being a doctor without medical education.
I know some people, teachers who have a diploma, can't speak really well English. I mean, level elementary, pre-intermediate, not more, who work in schools, but they have a diploma. But there are some young people, who are 18, maybe 20, they speak really well English, but they can't get a job. I mean, with their best English because of the diploma. That's the point.
But the diploma, well, it's a controversial issue, to work without a diploma, but so difficult to say anything here. Well,
and
okay.
One of my friends had kind of like this problem. He has an IELTS. He has 8 IELTS score 8, but he doesn't have a diploma. He can't get a job anywhere because of diploma. But he has a good knowledge because in IELTS 8 score is very high score. It means he can just teach.
But what kind of job does he want to get? If
As
you're
a
speaking
teacher,
about
teaching.
Well, being a teacher, it's not only about the language. You need to know how to teach people methodics and a lot of other things. So it's really important
if you're,
too.
speaking or everything is 8, it means you can just learn how to teach, because a person who gets 8, it means a good person, an experienced, able person, talented person, I think, in natural. I think.
Okay,
It's not difficult to teach.
I would dog you, but I won't. Okay. Maybe maybe anybody would like to tell anything about it? No. Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Let's speak personally about you. Do you have any prejudices about other races, nationalities, gender, about you personally? Well, Maya, what about you?
Of course, my answer will be no. I don't have prejudice. I don't have prejudice about other races, nationalities, and gender. But I don't know when how will be my behavior after 5 years, after 6 years. Maybe something change in my mind, and maybe I maybe I change my opinion. It will be not good. Maybe something not good happened with me, and
don't say this, Maya. No, everything will be fine.
And I will be have prejudice.
Yeah, you'll
prejudice. But now I doesn't have any prejudice about discrimination.
Don't have, yeah. Okay, thank you, Maya. Polina, what about you?
Yeah, I wanted to say about it. Some years ago, I think about 2 years ago, I have prejudices about gays. I didn't understand how is it possible. Then people choose that lifestyle, and I weren't polite to them. I didn't do something awful, but I can't understand them. But now I read some books about it, not books, journals about it, and I understand that it is the same type of love, like for example love between a boy and a girl. I think it is the same lifestyle, like between boy and girl. I think that when people don't understand something, that when we have some prejudices about for example, race or religion, they should study, they should learn more information about it, and we can...
So this is maybe a solution, yeah? Learn more about it, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Polina. Okay, thank you. Okay, Olga, what about you? Do you have any prejudices?
I think I haven't any prejudice, but when I was a child, I am afraid people with black skin. I think it was because they not the same like we, like white. It is not usual, and I'm afraid this
So
person.
maybe
but
it's
now,
not about prejudice,
not-
prejudice, but you
yeah.
were afraid. You were a child, yeah, you were afraid.
Yes, but now I think it is normal, and I'm tolerant
Tolerant, yeah.
people, and I think different people, different lifestyle, and I don't like gays, but if I see people gays on other country, I don't discriminate them. I just go.
Okay, thank you, Olga.
Natalia, what does this word mean? I mean, real meaning.
Prejudice.
Yes.
Prejudice. Who can explain the meaning of this word?
Prejudice, it is when you not like or don't like, and you show it what you don't like.
And prejudice, it's when you don't like, not because he's or she is a bad person, but just because of her nationality, for example. So you think that all people of this race or nationality are bad, or so it's a prejudice. You don't
May
want to know if
add
it's
something?
true.
Yes. May I add something on this
Yeah, of
issue?
course.
I think this is nowadays world problem. I mean, in most people's opinion, as I think someone mentioned, mass media. Yes.
Yeah.
Mass media shows that it's about religious. I mean, you know, any person in Russia or in America or some in Europe, if they heard the word Muslim, it means terrorist. Like this idea that they
So
call
it's a prejudice.
Yes, but lots of Muslim people are here in Moscow, in America, in London. They aren't all of them. I mean, in oral kind of stereotype, I think, yes? Stereotype. I mean, if someone listens this word Muslim, it means with kind of guns, like this, killing people. It's because of the mass media. Mass media just makes people, I mean, shocked with information. But I think it's one of the examples of, I mean, prejudice, I think.
So do you have any prejudices, Azizbek?
In my life, no, I don't see.
No.
I don't think
No.
so. Prejudice, it means, I forgot what this meaning. It means a kind of disadvantage, or the word, I mean, the concrete translation of this word. How would you translate?
Предубеждение.
I think I haven't just met any kind of thing in my life.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, what about you?
No, I don't think so, because I live here. I mean, in Moscow. I mean, I'm just loved by most Russian people with my job. And any kind of problems, I don't have any kind of problems here right now.
Look how good it is.
And because of my English, I don't speak Russian really well, but I speak English. They think Aziz is from, I mean, kind of America or somewhere. No, I'm from
so
Uzbekistan, but I speak only in English.
Good motivation, you know.
Huh? Because of my English, they just respect me because of my English.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, and it's not only about it's about all people. So it's really cool. I agree. Yeah, good. Yeah, what about you? Do you have any prejudice?
I think it's difficult question actually. So I have no prejudices based on racial or religion or nation, maybe reasons. But maybe I have one. So I have one prejudice. So I think, and I'm also sure that women almost can't drive a car. It's based on my experience.
Girls.
A lot of stones will be thrown in my side, but I have prejudice. Sorry.
So one more discrimination.
You should go to Dubai or somewhere, Ilya, because you know women are not allowed to drive a car.
Really, not allowed.
Yes.
Drive, wow.
They can't drive a car. Women can't drive a car in Arab Emirates. In Saudi.
Girls, are there any drivers among you?
Yes, I'm.
Yeah?
Yes.
So Sveta, what do you think?
Well, I'm not a driver, and that's good for you, Ilya.
That's good for you, Ilya.
So, I just want to support all the women that are drivers, but it's not concerning me. Fortunately. Well,
You know.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
You know what? It's discussed before. I mean, in lots of programs in Moscow as well. In like Puzgaret, I think, discussed about giving the right for women to drive a car. You know, it's fact that most kind of how to say авария как? Accidents are with women. Car accidents. Because women are naturally they're afraid of. Not like men. They just tend to be afraid of. Driving. That's why lots of car accidents with women.
I can say what I'm driver to, and I drive very careful. Very careful, and other drivers is annoying about it because they want I fastly drive, and I'm careful.
Careful, yeah, Olga.
Careful, yes.
Right. So then let's stop here. Thank you very much for this very interesting conversation. And if you want to have some more practice on today's topic in chat box, you can see the link to your homework and the link where you can give us your feedback, what you think of our speaking clubs. Well, that is all for today. Would you like to say anything? Any questions?
Yes, I have one question. Have you been in London?
Who?
You,
Me?
Natalia.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
You have beautiful picture on your back.
Background.
Yeah, thank you.
Very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Do you like London?
Of course. It's impossible not to fall in love with London.
Do you study? Do you
No, I
study
just-
there or travel?
Yeah, for travel and just visit it, of course.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you for your question. And thank you for joining the speaking club. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.